Hey, what's going on, everyone? Great show for you tonight. We're going to have Peter with Princesses and the Mouse and Disney Travel on a little later. We've got some cruise news. We've got some not so scary news. We've got some DeSantis Disney news. It's another week with a lot of the same stuff. So stick with us. Good show. We will be back in about a minute. If the button works. Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Disney Planning Insights. Through creative content and live shows, we explain the hidden details of the Disney experience so that our clients can execute memorable adventures. Together with Princesses and the Mouse, Disney Travel, we have helped hundreds of clients plan, book, and prepare for magical Disney vacations. Let our experience help you avoid common planning mistakes and maximize the enjoyment on your next Disney trip. Hey, what's going on? It's Matt with Disney Planning Insights. Thanks for joining us tonight. Now we're going to have a good show tonight. My daughter's being a goober and making fun of my intro this week, so we'll see how she likes that one. No, we've got cruise news, we've got not so scary news, we've got DeSantis news, lots of things that are going to impact a lot of people when it comes to being at the parks and being on the cruise ships and that kind of stuff. So like I said in the soft open, if some of you guys don't see that, Peter with Princess and the Mouse Disney Travel is going to join us here in a little bit. He's got a golf match tonight. He said he's going to be running a little bit late, so as soon as he jumps on, we will get him on the split screen. But until then, we've got a lot going on. First off, a couple of housekeeping things with us. We are with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel, so if you are looking to book a trip, definitely reach out to either Peter or myself. We both can help you with your Disney vacation planning now. And just answer questions. You know, if you want to do it all yourself, but you just got some questions, just reach out, let us know. We would appreciate it if you book through us. It doesn't cost you any additional money, but we do get a little bit of money on the side for doing that kind of stuff as well. Also, little change with the show here in the next couple of months. We've been talking about it for the last few weeks, but we're getting closer and closer, and I'm super excited about it. We're going to do something called the Disney Deep Dive. It's going to be a really, really fun segment. And basically what it's going to come down to is we are going to randomly pull a poker chip like we do for the top three. If you're around for the top three, if you're not, watch your top three. They're a lot of fun. We're going to randomly pull a poker chip, and it's going to correspond to either a ride, a resort, or a restaurant. And we're trying to figure out if it's just going to be Disney World to start, or if we're going to include land in Paris and Disney Cruise and things that we've done. But we're going to pull one of these chips. We're going to have a quick intro, which I'm going to show you, which is about 32 seconds long. And we're working on iteration number 3 of this now. We're going to show you guys iteration number 2 here in a bit. And we're going to go through where this is in the resort, who's gonna like it, some of our tips for, you know, if it's a restaurant, our favorite dishes, our favorite times to go there, little DPI pro tips, if you remember that from the original show, about, you know, different things. Like the one from Yak and Yeti last week on the top 3 is a prime example. You know, I want to go to the mountain. So there's a lot of those things that we have done and we know about that we can impart some knowledge with you with these specific places. So some of them, for some of the restaurants, some of the rides, it may be a 5-minute segment. For some of the resorts and some of the restaurants that we really enjoy, it could be a 10 or 15-minute conversation. So super excited about this part of the show that's coming. You know, we want to try and do it probably middle of September, maybe early October. Depends on when we can get all the stuff together, kind of how we like it and where we want it to be. But yeah, here soon it's going to be out there, and it's going to be something really, really fun. Like I said, it's just one of those things that I feel like it's going to add a little bit more of that, hey, this can help people out in the show. Because, you know, we do the news, and I feel like the news keeps people kind of up to date on what's going on at the parks. And then we do the top 3, which kind of gives you some of our tips and tricks and some fun addition to the show. And then this deep dive is really going to be a solid segment of knowledge, opinion, and really why or why not if you're gonna like it or not. So so be looking for that here. I would say probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks. We're probably looking at it. You know, we do have the big D23 trip coming up. If you are going to D23, be looking in the mail. You should be getting your passes here soon. We got our passes over the weekend. Super excited about that. Can't wait to see the schedule. We know we're probably going to be doing the Parks panel. We're probably going to do the Star Wars panel. We're probably going to do the Marvel panel. As much of that stuff as we can get in that makes sense, we're going to do. And if you want to meet us at some of these, just let us know. Hit us up over on Twitter at Disney Insights. That's where I'm doing a lot of the planning and meeting up with people. So go over to Twitter, Disney Insights on Twitter, and we can talk about, you know, what are you going to be down there doing, and, you know, what are you excited for, and that kind of stuff. And we can kind of figure out what's going to make a little bit more sense to get people together. I know we're trying to meet for drinks for a couple people. We're trying to get somebody from Cake Bake Shop to get back with us about possibly going over there and talking to them about the construction process and kind of what's led to the delays and all that kind of stuff with Cake Bake Shop. You know, we've got a lot going on, a lot of plates spinning right now, and we'll see what stays up. So real quick, let's show that intro for the new segment. This is going to be for the Disney Deep Dive. And sorry if that echoed a little bit. I noticed that I had 2 sources playing music. Just kind of slapped that into the show real quick before we got going. So before Peter gets here, I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the news. I just want to get through some of it before he gets here, so it's not a super long show if we have a really good top 3 topic tonight. So let's go ahead and let's get into some of the news. All right, news screen. We want this one, and we're gonna go to here. So, like I said, a lot's going on right now. Disney had their earnings call a couple weeks ago, so we're getting a little bit of the fallout of that. But really, a lot of what's going on is stuff getting ready for spooky season at the park. So, the first Not So Scary was last Friday. We have a lot of people that were down there that had good reviews of the party. From a lot of the videos that I saw, there was not a lot of people. And this might be a little bit of a reason that that these are selling out so fast. So we had talked about this a little bit last week, that these parties are selling out at a much faster clip than they have in years past. So, and we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a second. But yeah, some of the pictures just didn't look like there were as many people there. Now, Shannon and I did this a we did a Christmas party a couple of weeks ago or years ago, and it was pretty packed. I mean, not until after the fireworks did it really start to clear out. Like the second stage show, I felt like we were able to do really well on that. The second parade, you could have basically stood anywhere and did it there. But yeah, it was just a weird thing to see, like that many open spaces at the park for the thing. So right now, event dates that are sold out, basically everything through September the 8th right now is sold out. So if you don't have tickets from now until September 8th, you're not going to get tickets for the parties. Then September 12th, 15th, and 17th are also sold out. So that means Sunday, September 10th is still available. Now, this is one that's going to be very interesting because it is the last day of D23. This is actually the one that we're going to be going to. And I feel like there's a party that's going on that night as well as part of D23. Like the costume party or something's going on that night. So that might be one that is a locals more event. So something to watch out for. And then the only other one throughout the rest of the party is just Halloween night is sold out, the 31st. But remember that this does go to November 1st. So it isn't going to be like in years past where November 1st came around and it was Christmas. This is going to be Halloween for an extra day down at World. So what is that now? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13 dates already sold out this year for Not So Scary. So, yeah, that's a pretty good clip for these to be selling out right now. Let's stay over at Walt Disney World. Got news last week that park reservations as of January 9th have been automatically removed from the account. So if you have a dated ticket, so if you are staying at a hotel or you bought a dated ticket in 2024 after January 9th, you no longer need a park reservation. Who will need park reservations? People that purchase undated tickets, which I guess you can still get through certain channels, and DVC members and annual pass holders. DVC members a lot of times will have dated tickets as well. But if you are part of those groups, you will still have to make park reservations. Theme park reservations no longer required. New Florida resident 2-day ticket. Basically, they realized that the Animal Kingdom Hollywood Studios ticket wasn't the greatest ticket in the world, and they offer the same deal basically, but you can use it for any of the parks. Not a huge deal. Updated list of parks and experiences, openings, and events. So this is kind of weird because in all reality, all of the construction at the parks ends in 2024. Now, I will say that we are anticipating some big announcements at D23. But you have San Francisco opening August 31st at Disneyland. You have Journey of Water inspired by Moana opening fall of 23 at World. You have the Villas at Disneyland Hotel opening September 28th. You have the Australia and New Zealand sailings on the cruise line starting in October. You've got World of Frozen in Hong Kong opening in November. Zootopia at Shanghai opening late 2023. World Celebration at Epcot opening late 2023. Adventureland Treehouse at Disneyland in 2023. Pixar Place Hotel 2023. Fantasy Springs at Tokyo Disney Resort, spring of 2024. Lighthouse Point as part of the cruise line in 2024. Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Land 2024. Disneyland Hotel Royal Transformation in Paris in 2024. Disney Vacation Club at Polynesian Resort in 2024. And then 3 new ships coming in 25, 25, and 26. Now, interestingly enough, there's nothing about the Epcot fireworks show on here. They're working on it. Nothing about it. When we started getting the taco barges and our Stargate barge and everything like that, we already knew what was coming. They had a big showpiece in Epcot already for this show. Why are they keeping the new show such a secret? Just kind of saying. I mean, it's one of those things that it's just like, what's going on? Why are we doing this? Let's see. Auberge de Cendrillon over at Disneyland Paris will no longer offer breakfast from September 28th, 2023. This is kind of interesting because this was something that was really, really popular. That they're just stopping. Guests who had booked this on or after the date will be contacted. So, Disneyland Paris is kind of a weird bird, or a strange bird if you want to use that term. The way that they book dining. So some dining can be booked up to a year in advance. Some dining can be booked 6 months in advance. Some dining can be booked 30 days in advance. So there's people that have reservations well past the 28th of September that just lost that breakfast reservation, and that's an upcharge event. So yeah, it's just it was weird on how that kind of came out, because it was kind of just like a, this is what we're doing, piss off type of announcement, which is weird for a Disney park. I mean, I guess nothing's weird anymore, but I felt it was weird when it happened. New Japanese pavilion restaurant, Shikisai Sushi Izakaya, opening August 30th at Epcot. So this is what's taking the place of Tokyo Dining next to Teppan Edo in the Japan Pavilion. So if you go up on that second floor of the big themed building, Tokyo Dining was up there, and it kind of occupied the front half of the building, and then Teppan Edo occupies the back half of the building. Well, Shikisai is going to be taking the place of Tokyo Dining, and it looks like a bunch of sushi and sushi inspired dishes. So opening on August 30th, they are doing a soft opening. So if you are at the parks, they are soft opening on some days from 12 to 9 just for walk-ups, just to kind of get people in to start going through the routine. And it looked like reservations were available starting August 28th, and they're already available on the dining site. 2-day Florida resident ticket, notifying guests. Space Mountain at Disneyland closing for refurbishment beginning September 18th. The reopening date has not been announced yet, so that is coming soon. Just sounds like a standard refurb on Space Mountain. New profile pictures. Boot to you. Okay, let's get into this DeSantis and Disney stuff, because this kind of broke yesterday. That DeSantis basically just said, we're not getting anywhere, so why don't we just drop all this nonsense, Disney? It was kind of interesting the way that he brought it out, but it was very much a, well, this isn't working how I thought it would work. So what's the point of keeping this charade going? He is not getting the ratings boost that he thought he would get in the presidential polling or the Republican side presidential polling. Disney is not getting the boost in we hate DeSantis, travel, and employment. So they're just like, let's kind of get rid of this. So we'll see. Mini Fushigi Shy open. September dates continue to sell out. Disney's newest cruise ship, the Treasure. So this is going to be opening in 2025, and that is a not so promising text from Peter that he might not make it. If he's texting me that now, it's probably pretty certain that he is not going to make it. But Disney Cruise Lines will be offering a virtual tour of the Treasure, their newest ship, on August 30th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to check out our podcast the week after, so 9/5. That's going to be a pretty cool podcast because that's going to be kind of our getaway day podcast. So we're going to be testing some things out and having some fun with that. But yeah, it's coming. So a new ship. This is the one that they bought from that Chinese company, and they are refurbing it. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming. And then September 15th, Maribel's new meet and greet location will open at Magic Kingdom. Also starting September 15th, Bruno will join the Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade. Yeah. That's about it from the news. Let's see. Do we have anything new? Mickey Chicken and Waffles at Rick's Sports Bar. Pretty interesting. They are Mickey waffles with chicken nuggets basically inside them. Interesting. Anything else? I had 14 new coming across. Night 2 of Not So Scary has begun. Nope. Nothing else really on the news side. But yeah. Lots going on still. Lots and lots and lots. I really feel like we're going to get some big news here in the next, I don't know, 4 weeks. I think you're going to get a little bit of a lull here in a couple of weeks, and then you're going to get stuff hot and heavy after that. So stick with us. It's going to be a fun September and October with the Disney Planning Insights podcast. And that's the news. It's pretty interesting. No, it is what it is. Like I said, Peter just texted me. His match is running a little bit long. He is a girls golf coach for one of our local high schools. So it happens. Sometimes Tuesday nights for him just aren't the best in the world. So we just kind of make do. But yeah, like I said, stick with us. Next 4 to 6 weeks, we're going to have a ton of news. We're going to have a lot of fun at D23 and doing some live stuff down at the parks here in September. And then we're going to have the new segment of the show coming out either at end of September, end of September, maybe beginning of October. Everything is happening all at once. So, okay, with no Peter tonight means no top 3. So stick with us or check out one of the top 3s that's up over on the YouTube channel. And like always, thanks for watching, and we will See you next week. I was all by myself. There were no guests. I had to do it all. But I made it. If you're looking for us on social media, you can find us in a lot of different places. You can go over to Facebook at DPI Podcast. You can go to Instagram at Princesses and the Mouse. You can go to Twitter at Disney Insights. Or you can go to the YouTube channel, the Disney Planning Insights Podcast. You can find us everywhere. We're awesome. Thank you guys all for watching, listening, liking, sharing, subscribing, everything that you do. Have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you